Okay guys, I just want to show you how much of a pill popper the VA has made me. Just want to show you real quick. What is in my hand is what I take every day. Okay. Once a day. Whoops, I lost one. Not all at once, granted, but like, okay, like these two big fat green ones. Let me lower the contrast on this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. It's fine. Two big fat green ones are not really pills; they're supplements. So these two right here, 2 per day, because they found out in my blood test that, hey, I'm low on vitamin D. So 2 per day. Yes, I'm an old man. And then, close up here. And then we have our antidepressants that I'm currently on. Just these three. These three. 2 before bed and then 1 in the morning. And that's called Desipramine. It's a tricyclic antidepressant, and it's a lot like Trofanol or whatever. And I wanted to try, something other than SSRI, so my doc gave me those 3 per day. And then you'll notice these big fat. There's sleeping pills. Okay. Now everybody knows that I have problems with sleeping, so I tend to take first of all, the temazepam, and I take 3 of them, and this is all prescribed, by the way. This is all prescribed. Okay, maybe he says take 1 to 2 capsules. Okay, I take 3, whatever, big deal. And then also for sleep, Ambien, and again it's take 1 capsule per day, but I take 2 because I don't know why, but 1 doesn't do its job for me. So 2 Ambien, and then you'll notice all these little blue pills in here. That is the drug, very common for abuse among teenagers and stuff like that, well known, and then it's called Xanax, and I usually take that many per day, and that's about 7, because I take the 3 Xanax, along with the Ambien and the temazepam for sleep, as prescribed. Okay, maybe he says 1 tablet by mouth 3 times a day. 1 tablet by mouth 3 times a day, 1 tablet at bedtime. Okay, well I take 3. And because I've grown a tolerance to it. And with Xanax, man, it's helped a lot with my social anxiety. I tend to and I've grown a tolerance to it, so 1 pill does absolutely nothing for me. 2 pills does absolutely nothing for me. 3 pills does something for me to alleviate anxiety. 4 pills does have a noticeable effect of just completely alleviating all anxiety. So I'll typically take 4 during the day. His prescription is 3 a day, and then 1 at bedtime, so it's 4 total. So yeah, I'm going a little bit over, but again, I've grown a tolerance to it. But yeah, you can see, man, VA has turned me into a little bit of a pill popper. All these pills every day, and on top of that, yeah, I've grown a bad habit. Always with the mint, grizzly mint, or longhorn mint, or husky mint. Any kind of mint dip, tobacco, nicotine. Then I'll have coffee in the morning. And it's like, dude, I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my god, I am like totally loaded with different types of stimulants and depressants and all this type of stuff, and I'm like wondering, wow, you know, they really should advise against that. They probably is in fine print that I shouldn't be taking these, you know, so much, but I really don't really notice many effects, negative effects from these. But I just thought I'd show you guys my little pill popping extravaganza here. Partly to blame by the VA, and partly to blame just because of the fact that, like with Xanax, for example, it's like it alleviates anxiety in as much way as alcohol does. Alcohol alleviates anxiety. But I'm growing tolerance like so quickly. It's like even 3 or 4 doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, anyways, I just want to post on that. Maybe it's, I don't know if it's normal or what, you know, with docs like to prescribe you all these things, and I didn't even include like the stuff that like they wanted me to try, that was hydroxyzine for sleep. I tried that once and it gave me like these weird tingly feelings, and I didn't like the way it made me feel. And he also had me, you know, he's been going through the rounds on different sleeping meds because VA is kind of weird about that, and they want you to work up to the expensive drugs, and the expensive drug that works for me is Lunesta, and that has a lot of drugs in between. Anyways, I wonder though the long-term effects of taking all these pills, especially like the sleeping aids. You know, and, you know, I'm a big neuroscience buff. I love neuroscience, and I'm curious, you know, other neuroscience buffs out there might clue me in as to what exactly long-term effects I would experience because of all these drugs. The tricyclic antidepressants are probably not going to be. I'm just giving it a trial run. It's for depression, but I haven't noticed any effects yet. Typically, it takes a while for those types of drugs to take effect anyway. But I'm giving it a try. But all those pills in between. I usually do one can of those. Grizzly or whatever mint nicotine things, just because, you know, it's relaxing. But the thing is, I don't drink alcohol anymore alone. I drink it with people, but I never drink alcohol alone anymore. I used to do that all the time. Maybe that's why I'm not playing World of Warcraft so much anymore, is because usually I'd get into the habit of these evenings where I'd, you know, get in a big raid or a big party or something like that, you know, online, sitting alone by myself, playing games, whatever, for hours, you know, and making, you know, getting all drunk and stuff. Drunken wowing is used to be a pastime of mine, but it's not anymore. And so I've been drinking a lot less. The Xanax, of course, is probably going to be an issue. because of the fact that my tolerance is built up and it keeps on building and building and building. And I've heard that it can be bad for you, in the long term. You can get addicted or whatever the heck. I'm able to function. It's not really at the point. I'm at the point where I'm able to function as far as social anxiety wise, or panic attack wise. Well, social anxiety wise, I'm able to function without it, but it's just easier with it. So, and with the sleep aids, I'm weird about sleep. And if I have a phobia of not being able to sleep, if people don't know about that, that's why I take so many different pills. And if I have trouble sleeping, if I wake up early and not able to fall back to sleep, day is ruined, next day is ruined, and when I feel tired, I get panic attacks. It's like a irrational phobia of not being able to sleep when I'm already tired, and that's why I also take Xanax when I go to bed. But anyways, I just want to tell you, my whole crazy pill popping extravaganza that the VA clinics have made me. They just hand out pills like crazy. Take a look at this. 360 out of 360 Xanax. 360. I was like, you give me 360 1 milligram tabs of Xanax. The doctors in the civilian side, they would hesitate at giving me even a 5 or a 3 pack of Xanax, or 3, the 3 or 5 pills of Xanax at a time, because they were like, oh, it's really addictive and blah blah blah. I'm like, now it's like, okay, now I see what they mean. Your tolerance builds up. Anyways, pharmaceuticals. That's the topic. And yeah, just interested in anybody else's thoughts on this. Long-term effects. I was told by a pharmacist that if you're on sleep aids for a long period of time, you'll become dependent on them and you'll not be able to sleep without them. I have been on sleep aids for approximately 2.5 years now. And there have been times where I ran out or whatever and was able to sleep without them. So that could be true, that could be not. I don't know. What do you guys think about this?